All right, good evening, everyone. God bless you. Thank you for joining. Happy Easter to you all. Always a great pleasure to share a thought, an idea, and something that can add value to people. My name is Olumuyiwa Oludayo. I'm the principal consultant at Nathan Leadgate Consulting, and we normally convene what we call the personal transformation seminars quarterly, and this is the first for the year 2025. I'm hoping that as you have joined us today, we will be able to add value to you, and we will be able to equip you to become the person that your organization really desires to have and the person that other people will desire to connect with. Okay? Today's conversation is titled The Portrait of a Change Agent. And I'm excited about this because this conversation is one that will empower you. It will equip you. It will also position you to be in a place where you can become better, where you can add more value to yourself, and ultimately become someone that other people want to be around. Why did we start to do personal transformation seminars? I've got 6 reasons why I started to do this. The first is that I thought that life must be lived intentionally. And we all needed a roadmap for success. And so I thought, why don't I use the personal transformation seminars platform as an opportunity to help people chart a course for their lives? And in the course of this conversation, you will see what I mean by that. Number 2, I believe that we all must make the most of the resources around us. All of us must make the most of the resources around us. We must learn how to harness the resources around us. And so that's why in the course of this conversation, I'm going to be helping you to identify the resources you need to grow. I'm going to help you identify the resources you need to transform your life and the resources you need to require to add value to other people. The third reason why we have the personal transformation seminars is to advance ourselves. Because my friends, progress is the only validation. Progress is the only validation for living. If you are not advancing, there is no proof of life. In fact, we are told, and that's why I have a tree here, we're told that the characteristic of living thing is Mr. Niger D. Mr. Niger D, meaning movement, respiration. Somebody help me. Mr. Niger D, movement, respiration, movement, respiration, nutrition. Help me in the chat, please. Mr. Niger D, movement, respiration, nutrition, irritability, is it? Growth, excretion, respiration, and death. I mean, thank you. Thank you. That's the proof of life. And so one of the proof of life is advancement, that you must be moving. And the progress is the only validation for life. Number 4 reason why I believe that personal transformation seminars are valid is because no one is good enough to remain the way they are. These seminars allow you to nurture your growth. It allows you to identify the things that are working and, prune yourself so that you can be able to do more than you're currently doing. I also believe that personal transformation seminars offers me an opportunity to share what I have found useful in my own journey, what I believe can be useful for other people. So I see it as a platform to give back. And that's why majority of those of you on the call today, I say majority, are people that at one point or the other, we have interacted. Professionally, your company has either hired my services or been able to collaborate with your CEO or your head of HR. And I thought it's an opportunity to, give back to you. Again, help your people grow in a situation, in a manner that doesn't have to cost them anything. So we're doing this for free. Last month, we had an event called Workplace Conversations. And in that meeting, we had advertised this event to be a paid event. But in the course of our preparation, I thought all of the people that have trusted us with their organization, trusted us with their teams, why should we charge them? We want to give back. And that's why we're doing this. And it's is pretty exciting for us to do this. Final reason why I think personal transformation seminars are vital is because I believe we all must succeed in every endeavor we find ourselves. Personal transformation seminars set you on that path to succeed, set you on the path to excel in everything that you do. So these are the 6 reasons why we do these seminars. It's a quarterly seminar. Today is the first one we're having for the quarter, for the year. I'm hoping that in subsequent ones, you will join us and we will not have to, we'll plead with you again to join us, and we will have to, use your results, use your advancement testimonies as a reason to add more people to the call. Another reason why I believe personal transformation seminars are valid is because of the impact this man, Jim Rohn, has had on my life. Jim Rohn is one man that I believe that I've come to acknowledge as a shaper of my thoughts and my perspectives. One of his resounding quotes to me was this: for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. For things to improve, you have to improve. When you grow, everything in your life grows with you. And what is personal transformation? Is about you changing, is about you getting better, it's about you improving, and it's about you growing. And that's why we're here, to change, to get better, to improve, and to grow. I'm hoping that I will add value to you in the time that we have left here together. Let's begin to dive in a little closer. What are the objectives of this conversation? This particular edition for this quarter, my focus is on leveraging your personal influence. So we have titled it The Portrait of a Change Agent. And so the focus really is about how you can leverage your own personal influence. More specifically, I want to help you identify who you are as a change agent. I want to help you know who a change agent is and how you can become one. How exactly can you become a change agent? Number 2, I want to help you see if you can establish the focal points for the change agent. What are your priorities? What should your priorities be as a change agent? Number 3, I want to help you identify the areas where you need to grow and become relevant. My friends, those who want to be change agents cannot give what they do not have. And so that's why it's important to identify growth areas and areas of relevance that you need to pay attention to. Number 4 will be to help you identify the point of impact you'll be having on other people. So if you're a change agent, how would you know that you have actually changed anybody? How would you know that you have actually impacted people? I'm going to be identifying maybe seven targets of change that you should look out for. And finally, we're going to be equipping you tonight with tools and frameworks to aid decision making. I'm going to be sharing some tools with you. Maybe I should plead with you here tonight, my friends, as you join this call. In the course of this conversation, there will be a lot of participatory work. We're going to conduct an assessment. I'm going to do that for you first, for all of you on this call today, free of charge. I'm going to conduct what I call the change capability assessment. We're going to conduct that for you right here on the call. And I'm going to give you a few, results so they can see it. I'm going to share other tools with you that can be of help. I'm hoping that at the end of the day, all of these things will make sense for you. Now, why are we here? As I introduce this conversation, let me find out from you in the call, in the chat. Maybe you can tell me in the chat, everybody, talk to me in the chat. Why did you join this meeting? Was it mandatory? Curiosity? Just wanted to support Dr. Oludayo? You were honoring your organization's invitation? Or you wanted to grow? I want to know, why did you join today? Can you please help me in the chat? Because this is the beginning of our conversation. This meeting is going to be a very participatory one. So I'm pleading with you to please participate. That's how you can get value for yourself. Why did you join this meeting? Can you please respond in the chat? Why did you join this meeting? Abdegani said, I want to grow and honor my company's invitation. Thank you for being honest. It's a learning opportunity for me. Dapsin, always learning. Great man. Can somebody else tell me why they are joining here? Are you all joining and you are just giving me, okay, growth and development motive? Thank you, Samuel. Growth and deliberate advancement in my life and business in general. Thank you, Manuel. Douglas, I want to see how I can do things better. Okay, thank you. David Olojo, thank you, sir. To learn about transformational leadership. To enhance my mindset, to learn my purpose in life. Oh my God. Thank you. Any more? We're about 30 on this call. Just about 7 people have told us why they are here. Did you just join because you just wanted to tick a box? Why did you join this meeting today? Read one, thank you. I've been privileged to attend one of your trainings before, and I learned that a lot that changed my leadership skills, so I believed in you. Thank you for believing in me, Read one. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming. How's the CHC family? To grow and to become a better person, better team player. Why else did you join? Everybody else. Femi Samuel said, I want to learn how to help others with personal transformation. That's good. That's very good. Femi, I'll come back to you. What you said is very vital. For John, you said for growth and to become better. I'll take 3 more and then I go on. 3 more thoughts and I go on. Remy says, to enhance my leadership skills. I've been an example in personal transformation to become a more effective leader. Tonight is a hybrid group day, so I'm seeing the hybrid people they are the ones maximizing this one. I've seen hybrid, I've seen Sunlink, I've seen CHC, I've seen Deftage, thank you. I've seen Beneficial Endowment, thank you also. Okay, it will be good for you to join. I've seen Nacho Bespoke as well, thank you. Okay, let's proceed because of time. There's a lot to do tonight, so you need to. What does this picture resonate with? What does it mean to you? When you look at this picture, what really does it tell you? What comes to mind? The image on the screen, what comes to mind? Team winning, okay? Team winning, team success, team achievements, reward for hard work and teamwork. Yes, that's a trophy there. Thank you. What comes to mind? Team with a target to achieve. Arsenal Football Club or Liverpool Football Club, whichever one. What comes to mind? Something must come to mind. Again, as we go through this conversation, I want to plead with everybody on this call, participate. If you have ever been to any of my conversations, my trainings, if you don't participate, you're likely going to miss out on the key points. Okay, so participate. Even if you don't want to type, just ensure you're here. Rewards and purpose of a team. Okay, let's make progress. Now, every one of us has a desire to experience positive outcomes. Everybody here on this call, you want to experience positive outcomes. Everybody here wants to experience a positive outcome. I want to do it in 2 ways. Number one, we want to contribute to the occurrence of a positive outcome. We want to be contributors to a positive outcome. Whatever the positive outcome is, we just want to be contributors to it. Number 2, we want to be responsible for the emergence of the positive outcome. We want to be responsible for the occurrence of the positive outcome. We all have a desire to experience positive outcomes. And in doing this, we want to either be contributors or we want to take responsibility for it. And that's why we're here. You either want to contribute to the occurrence of the positive outcome or be responsible for its emergence. So my friends, whether you're here for yourself for your team or for your organization, there is an innate desire in you to experience something positive. You know, we all deploy our efforts, our energies to tasks, and we expect that that task, all those tasks will result in something that is desired, a positive outcome. And as we all do this, we won't have a part to play. And that part to play is what really defines who a change agent is. Now, let me help you. Who is a change agent? Look at this man here. What's he doing? Is it trying to change the person, or is trying to erase the person? What's happening here? I guess it's trying to change, because this image is very interesting. I'm going to please this. Applies what he has got in order to be able to produce an impact. A change agent applies what he has got in order to be able to make an impact. And that's just the simple thing that this image connotes. But let's get a little deeper into it. I've got 8 things here that I need you to pay attention to. I need you to agent. A change agent is an influencer of responses, actions, or reactions that impacts the performance of a core subject in a manner that enables them to produce desired results or have a different effect. Who is a change agent? An influencer of responses, actions, or reactions that impacts the performance of a core subject in a manner that enables them to produce desired results or have a different effect. Now let's dive in one after the other. One after the other. So a change agent is an influencer. And so in the course of this conversation, I'm going to give you what I call the target of your influence. If you really want to influence people, change people, what should you be aiming to change? What exactly should you be aiming to change? Many of us want to influence people, but we really are focusing on the things that will not cause them to change. Many of us want to change our organization, but we really are not focusing on the things that will cause the organization itself to change. So, a change agent is an influencer, someone who makes impact on people. And in what manner? I would say is an influencer of responses. Now, when we say responses, what does that mean? A response is given to the occurrence of an event. For example, something has happened, and an individual's disposition to that event is a response. So your response is your disposition to an event, to the occurrence of an event. And so what an influencer does is, what a change agent does is that he influences your disposition to respond to an event that just happened. Number 3, an influencer, a change agent is an influencer of actions. What is an action? An action is your conduct, is the conduct you perform or your conduct that you exhibit in order to see something happen. It may not be, it doesn't necessarily be a response. It can be a self-initiating activity. So your action is a conduct. Number 4 thing you need to know that a change agent is an influencer of reactions. A reaction means you have felt the impact of something and you want to respond to it in that manner. Let me use that word, respond. So an influencer is a person who impacts. He impacts responsive, which is your disposition. He impacts action, which is your conduct. He impacts reactions, which is your action, is an activity based on what has happened to you. Now, this influencer does all of this in order to impact the performance of somebody else. It impacts the way somebody else behaves, impacts the way somebody else conducts himself, impacts the way somebody else, achieves his goal or carry on in activities. And that person is called the core subject. This influencer does this in a manner that is enabling. So you are not a change agent if you don't empower. A change agent is an enabler. A change agent is a facilitator. A change agent is an empowerer. A change agent is an equiper. That's what a change agent is. A change agent is an equiper, is an empowerer. And what they do, why they do that is so that people can produce certain things. So I'm not influencing you just because I want to be happy. I'm influencing you so that I can see you produce desired results. Now, all of these things we're going to break down in the next slide that we're going to have. Okay? So, how do I know a change agent? I'm going to give you 16 ways, 16 qualities to becoming a change agent. And after these 16 qualities, we're going to take our first assessment. I'm going to tell you if you're ready for change or not. I'm going to check with you if you are ready to become that change agent or you are already a change agent. All right. So 16 things to look out for. 16 things to look out for. Oh my, slides off. Guess my slides off. No. Is it back on now? Okay, great. Now, who is a change agent? Number one, a change agent is someone who is self-aware. So you need to ask yourself these questions as we proceed. A change agent is someone who is self-aware. He or she is conscious and observant. How do you know a change agent? They sense, they detect, and they anticipate the future. They are conscious and observant. They sense things. They detect things and they anticipate things. Number two, they are visionary. They look beyond today. They look beyond the potential. They create a picture of a desired future. Number three, a change agent is transformational. They move people, they move ideas, they move systems to where they ought to be. They move individuals, they move organizations, they move groups, they move communities, they move societies, they move nations from where they are to where they ought to be. Number four, a change agent is a curious person. They are always making inquiries. They are always trying to seek clarity. Five, a change agent is innovative. They are always seeking improvements beyond the status quo. They want to go beyond the status quo. They don't maintain things as they are because they believe there is something more. Next, change agents are initiators. They are proactive creators of the needed momentum. They don't wait for anybody to chase them. They don't wait for things to happen to them. They are the ones that happen to things. And the next, change agents are mission-driven. They move by conviction and not convenience. They move by conviction and not by convenience. It is the purpose that is ahead of them that drives them. Change agents are representatives. And I like this one so much because it just says that change agents bear the burdens of others in all that they do. They bear the burdens of other people in all that they do. Next, change agents are self-driven. Change agents are self-driven. They are intrinsically energized for their own pursuits. Change agents are self-driven. They are intrinsically energized for their pursuit. They match every resistance. So a self-driven person is one that even when they see obstacles, they are ready for it. Change agents are explorers. They are discoverers of paths that have seldom been treaded. They are the ones that say it has not been done. They are the ones that say what opportunities have not been maximized. Let's go and maximize it. They are the ones that say, they are saying, where are people quit? Let's go and get it done. They are the ones that say, what are those difficult things? Let's go and get it done. Next, change agents are catalysts. They facilitate change without drawing attention to themselves. I like that one. Change agents are catalysts. They facilitate change without drawing attention to themselves. They ensure that change happens, but they don't put themselves at the center. Change agents are impact focused. They are concerned about outcomes and results. They are not concerned about applauses. They are not. They are very inspirational. Just like you have commanders-in-chief of armed forces, change agents are encouragers-in-chief of others. Change agents are encouragers-in-chief of other people. They are communicators. They express intentions effectively, and they secure buy-in effortlessly. Because if you must change and you require the input of other people, you must know how to communicate. They are courageous people. They tackle obstacles. They challenge stumbling blocks. They convert what is supposed to be a hindrance into what is supposed to be a springboard, into what is a springboard. Stumbling blocks are converted not just to stepping stones, but into springboards. Okay? There's a difference between a stepping stone and a springboard. So I want to ask you here, and maybe this is something that somebody needs to go away with here. Are you converting your stumbling block into a stepping stone or a springboard? Maybe I should ask here. This is very vital for me. What is the difference between a stepping stone and a springboard? Anybody? Can anybody share in the chat? What is the difference between a stepping stone and a springboard? What's the difference between a stepping stone and a springboard? Somebody help me. Stepping stone takes you to the next level. David, thank you. I like your thoughts. Stepping stone takes you to the next level. Springboard takes you beyond a step. Spot on. Hybrid group. You've got a fantastic human being there. So my question is a distance factor. Thank you, Dapo. Springboards multiplies your steps. So those who want to really bring about results don't turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones. They turn stumbling blocks into springboards. So again, you can turn your stumbling block into a stepping stone. That's good. But I think you should turn your stepping stones into springboards. Finally, who is a change agent? Last quality here is that change agents are collaborators. They place value on people and relationships. They place value on people and relationships. My friends, the hour has come now to take what I call the change capability assessment audit. I'm going to share this on the screen for you. And I need you to take note of your answers. And so I'm not going to take you off this call. I'm just going to share my screen. I'm going to put all the questions up on the screen for you. And you will respond one after the other. Okay, so let's see. Please confirm if you can see my screen. If you can see the change capability assessment audit on the screen, can you? Great. Okay, so one after the other. This is what I expect you to do. Your responses will only be 4, but I want you to only use the numbers. Only use the numbers. Okay, so you're either noting 4, 3, 2, 1, because at the end of the day, you are going to add up all your numbers. At the end of the day, you're going to add up all your numbers. Can I please plead with you to be truthful? You will not be helping yourself if you respond to these assessments in anticipation of the person you ought to be. Respond based on who you are today. It's a capability assessment audit. It is supposed to help us position you for the future. Let me know if you're ready. Do you understand it now? If you are good to go, say good to go, good to go, good to go. Are we good to go?
Good to go.
Okay, good to go. Great. So you have your first 4 questions here. First 4 questions. Respond by, so first 4 areas. You have 8 questions. So 1 has 2, 2 has 2, 3 has 2, and 4 has 2. These are just based on the quality I just shared with you earlier. So you are either saying 1, 2, 3, 4.
Please, can we see the page 1 again, please?
Okay. I knew that was going to happen. I knew.
Thank you.
Good. If you got it, let's go. Everybody, let's go. Are you done? No, Gani, you don't answer here. Don't answer here. Don't worry. Answer in your notes. Keep the answer to yourself. Exactly. I'm moving. We're going to questions, so you have to be very fast with your responses. Can I move to questions 5?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm moving. 5 to 9. Again, be sincere. Be sincere. Don't respond in anticipation of who you are going to be. Respond as you are. For those of you joining from your organizations, it would be good to share the outcome of this assessment with yourselves when you get back. It may be a very good place to start to think about how many change agents you have in your organization. And that's the value of not coming alone from your organization. You will go back and say, hey, we attended this thing together. Did you take the assessment audit? What were your questions? What were your responses? Let's share. Okay. Questions 5 to 9. I hope my own team members are also taking these tests. Team members, I hope you are taking it. Questions 5 to 9, done. I'm moving. Okay, I'm moving to question 10 now, 10 to 14. 10 to 14. Question 10 to 14. All right, I guess you're getting used to it now. 1 minute more, I'm moving to 15 and 16. So you got questions 10 to 16 on the screen. Question 10 to 16 on the screen. On the dot of 2050, I'm going to cut it off. Got 30 seconds left. Wow. All right, now add up. Now add up your scores. Add up your scores. Add up your scores. Please add up your scores now. Add up your scores. Hey, Dabson.
Yes, please. Good evening. Please, where you have two statements, do you
Yes.
score them as one or do
No,
you
no, no. It's called independently.
independently? Okay. Thank you.
So you know you'll have attempted 32 questions. You'll have responded to 32 statements. You scored as 1, so multiply by 2. Douglas, multiply by 2. Okay, so have you added up? Let's see where you belong. I got it for you. Okay, this is interpretation. I'm not going to hold it back from you. And I need to help people here. The essence of this conversation is not to post a verdict on you, but to also help you to see where you are on your journey towards becoming a change agent. Okay, and we're just started. We're just started. So do you see where you belong? If you scored below 80, you are just developing your change capacity. Potential for change, potential to become a change agent exists, but you need more self-awareness, more intentional learning, and more mentoring. They are needed. If you are within 80 to 95, you have demonstrated several promising qualities, but with focused development, you can grow into a stronger influencer of change in your environment. If you score between 96 and 111, you have displayed a firm foundation across most of the 16 traits that we identified, and you're ready for significant change roles, just with a little bit of minor gaps to refine. And if you are within 112 and 128, you have exemplified the ideal blend of emotional intelligence, initiative, influence, and impact. You are ready to lead in volatile, uncertain, and complex environment, what we call the VUCA world. Now, let me get your response in the chat. How does your result resonate with you? And maybe a few person can speak to us. How does your result resonate with you? What's your change agent potential? What is your change agent potential? I don't mind having one or two people speak. David Oloja, if you can share your thoughts. What's your score and what exactly, what did you score?
Thank you so much. My score was 87, actually.
87, okay.
Yes, yeah. And I fall within that emerging change agent.
Okay, and great.
Truly speak a lot about me in the workplace because I see that I possess that prerequisite for to be a strong agent. Though there's still room for improvement where I can be to that level of strong agent. But right now, I see that level speaks to me right now because the interpretation is talking about me demonstrating some level of promising qualities, with a focus on development. And also, there's a room for me to be able to grow in becoming a strong influencer of change, actually. So that value really speaks to me, sir. Thank you.
That's some value for hybrid group there. Abdul Ghani, are you able to share your thoughts? What was your score like? Abdul Ghani or anybody else who's willing to share scores? Ghani, you had 114, so you're an exceptional change agent. Okay, great. That's good. Value for Sunlink Energies. Anybody else from STI Assets or Debt Finance? John, Bukola. Mikano is also here represented. Any value for you? Did you take the assessment? Talk about Father, did you take the assessment? And do you have your scores? Okay, well, I really hope you participated because there's value for people who did already. John had 122. Amazing. You're hitting the bar already. That's value for debt finance there. That's some value for you. So if you're not bringing change, Douglas had 110. So you're a strong change agent. Femi Samuel had 106. You're also a strong change agent. Daps in 113. Amazing. 98. Good, good. I like the scores. I like the way this is coming. 112. 86. Emerging change agents. Great. Great, great. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all. Now that we know where you belong, how do we move you further? Now that we know where you belong, how do we move you further? Now that we know where you belong, how do we move you further? People are still sharing their thoughts. All right. Nacho, 89. I'm sure you can get to 130 of 128. Okay, so let's make progress because of time. Now, what exactly should be your priority? As a change agent, what should be your priority? What should you be focusing on? There are just 4 things I think you should be focusing on as a change agent. Now, number 1 is people. The focus of a change agent is, yes, it is self, but ultimately is other people. You should prioritize people, their interests, their needs, because these are key things that enable you to add value to the agent that you are. You've got to look at people and identify their interests and their needs. If you want to be a change agent, it means, remember our definition, you are acting or impacting on people, people's responses, people's actions, people's reactions. And so the things that the people need to accomplish, their goals, their objectives, their interest becomes your desire. You cannot say you are a change agent if the person you're seeking to influence or support or enable or empower does not, if his goals is not your own priority. I'm sure you have heard the phrase before, your people shall be my people. Your people shall be my people. A change agent says to his principal, your goal is my goal. Your goal is my priority. Your wish is my command. You know, that kind of thing. So the priority of a change agent is your interests. The interest of the people and their needs are the key to the value the agent adds. My friends, for those of you who are here as CEOs, even if somebody brings his call to you and they say, hey, I'm on your team, I scored 128 over 128. If the person does not know what the organization is pursuing, I bet you disregard that score. Because the priority of a change agent is people, the interest of the people, the need of the people, the interest of the organization, the needs of the organization, the interest of the group and the needs of the group. Number 2, one of the priority of a change agent is your personal development. My friends, you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. And you are not good enough to remain the way you are. Somebody that's going to impact others has got to be equipped himself. You've got to bring something to the table. And I'm not talking about skills now. I'm talking about you being a person, your person. So your personal development will cover your emotional ability, your intellectual ability, your social ability. How good are you when it comes to social interactions? How good are you when it comes to intellectual prowess? How good are you when it comes to emotional mastery and emotional maturity? That's the thing that we refer to as personal development. Look at your emotions, look at your intellect, look at your will. Number 3, priority of a change agent is professional development, particularly for those of us who are in organizations. Your expertise is the point of adding value. My friend, how can you be a change agent in an organization whose primary focus is safety, yet you have got no safety license? How do you claim that your organization's goal is your goal when you have not improved yourself professionally, you've got to see yourself as a deployer. You've got to be able to identify your capabilities, all the things that you bring to the table to be able to allow a change come to happen in your organization. You need it. Groom yourself professionally. Acquire more credentials. Acquire more credentials. Develop your personality. Acquire more skills.
Let's go and buy stickers, lights are.
Acquire more skills, okay? Acquire more credentials. Improve of your participate for experience. Those are the indices of professional development. I'll say it again. Indices of professional development. Acquire more credentials or licenses. Improve your attributes or your personality. Grow your skills. Improve your knowledge. And participate in projects for experience. Indices for personal development. Your emotional ability, your emotional mastery, your intellectual prowess, and your social capacity. For personal development, your emotional ability, intellectual prowess, and your social capacity. The indices for people as a critical priority are the goals, interests, and needs of the individuals, organizations, groups, or society that you may belong. Indices for professional development: acquire more credentials, work on your attributes, your skills, acquire more skills, The fourth priority of a change agent is their physical development. My people, please pay attention to your health. Pay attention to your health. Health, they say, is wealth. No matter how much of my interest you have at heart, no matter how groomed you are personally, no matter how exceptional a professional you are, if you are not healthy, you can't bring about any change. You cannot. You cannot. No matter how many ideas are boisterous in your head, if you are not physically fit, my friend, you cannot deliver value. A healthy life is the assurance that you can follow through with your opportunities to add value. A healthy life is the assurance that you can follow through with your opportunities to add value. Let's try to wind up as we try to change and get to a close in this conversation today. I'm going to open the room for questions in a bit. What exactly then will be your target of influence? For example, you're looking to influence an individual. Maybe you're looking to influence your CEO, your superior officer, your supervisor, your manager, your senior manager, or even your subordinates. Maybe you're looking to influence a client, a decision maker in another organization that you are seeking to get, a job from. What exactly should you be looking at? What should your target of influence be? I've identified 7 of them for you. Let's go clockwise. Let's go clockwise. Let's start with the thoughts. Every change agent must challenge mental models to reframe thinking. You will not be able to change anyone if you don't help them reframe the way they think. So, my friends, how do you know you've got influence on someone? Ask yourself, are you changing how you are thinking about a matter? Are you changing how you are thinking about an issue? Are you changing how you are thinking about a subject? Are you changing about how you are thinking about a particular situation or scenario? If thoughts are not changed, influence cannot be attained. Number 2, you must target a change in their actions. If there are people you really want to influence, ask yourself, how can I guide their behavior to produce their desired outcomes? Remember, your influence, your target, your priority is their needs, is meeting their needs. Remember, It is not meeting your need, but meeting their needs. And so you want to ask yourself, how can I guide their behavior to produce what they desire for themselves? Number 3 target of influence is opinions. How do you steer their viewpoints? You've got to steer their viewpoints. And I provided here for you 3 ways. A dialogue, context, credibility. You must steer the viewpoints of other people by dialogues, contexts, and credibility. You must steer it. People's opinions are fixed, but it can be changed. If you cannot change my opinion, I'm not sure you can influence me. And the way that you can change my opinion is to change my viewpoint through a dialogue. Give me a context, and then me see some credibility, meaning give me some facts. Number 4, beliefs. Beliefs. You see, as a change agent, you must influence people's convictions. Some people have held some convictions that becomes the basis for their decisions. The goal is to identify those convictions and influence it. So you want to influence that client, try to find out what are their convictions. What are they holding on to so dearly? What are their convictions? If you can identify their convictions, then you possibly have the chance to change them. Number 5, their vision. If you can expand their goal or impact their aspirations, then you can change them. Then you can influence them. If you can change, if you can impact their goals, either by helping them to expand their goal, reframe the goal, or shape their aspirations and future pursuits, then you can change them. You see, my friend, you are not influencing anyone and you are not making it to desire more. The moment you can make me desire more, then you have taught my heart. Then you're going to get my hand. Number 6, what exactly should you target if you must change people? Give them an experience. Give them an experience. Sometimes one way to let people know that you are capable of doing what they want to, what you are asking them to get you to do, sometimes it's by give them a taste of what they will get if they allow you to come in. Give them a taste of it. That's why organizations give samples. That's why some organizations do what they call experience shows, road shows. They have got experience centers, customer service centers. Come and experience certain things. And they encourage participation. Those who must become change agents must encourage and provide an opportunity for people to experience things. And ultimately, the change agent's target of influence is results. If you can make me to produce better results, then you've got me. You must align efforts with clear objectives. You must align efforts with clear objectives. Now, these are the targets of influence that a change agent must pay attention to. Let's try to close by talking about the change agent's development part. Remember, we talked about your priorities. We said people are your priorities, personal development, professional development, and your physical health. Now, what is the pathway to becoming that person that is fit for influence? What is the pathway to become the person that is fit for influence? I've identified 8 here for you. Number 1, you've got to build your communication. You've got to build your communication. You've got to build your communication. My friends, you cannot get anyone to change their mind if you have not impressed upon them an idea. Communication is an opportunity you have to impress on people ideas for change. Number 2, pay attention to emotional intelligence. And as I identify these things, these are courses you need to take, maybe short training courses you need to take for the CEOs or the head of HR here. If you want to help people build the ability to become change agents in the organization, these are the things that you must help them to develop. Emotional intelligence. People must be self-aware. They must know how to self-regulate. They must be socially aware. And ultimately, they must know how to deploy their social skills to manage their relationships. Number 3, critical, is contextual intelligence. This one is not most talked about often. You need to understand that you need to build your ability to understand what we call contextual intelligence. If you're providing safety services for a faith-based organization, the context is different. If you're providing the same safety service for a limited liability company, a private company that is not faith-based, secular organization, because their considerations, their convictions, their philosophy will be different, ultimately different, and context become very key. Many of us do not always get sufficient training on contextual intelligence. We go for emotional intelligence trainings, but not many of us get what we call contextual intelligence trainings. Number 4 is organizational skills. We must know how to coordinate the use of resources. Being orderly is a skill that we must acquire. And so if you're looking for how to build, for those of you who have, maybe you are not yet at that number, that exceptional change agents cadre, these are items for your personal development journey. You're looking to learn and looking for what topics you gotta go and look for on LinkedIn or wherever. That's some of it. Organizational skills. Time management becomes very vital as well. You've got to learn how to manage time because the people you want to impact may not always have the time. You must learn how to do a lot within a short period of time. And then the next is adaptability and flexibility because things will not always be in the way you want them to be. Things will not always line up in the way you want them to be. How do you adapt? How do you become what we call agile? You must become an agile person. Next is problem solving and decision making. Problem solving and decision making. You must learn how to solve problems. You must learn how to make decisions. The person who's going to become a change agent is a problem solver and a decision maker. And finally, what is that area that you need to learn more? You must be an analytical and curious person. Heads of HR here, listen. Those of you here who are CEOs, who are decision makers, you've got to teach your people, expose your people to how to become analytical and curious. There are many ways to be curious. Let me give you an example. Being curious means asking questions, and questions are either probing questions or leading questions. I mean, this is not a curiosity class, all right? Otherwise, I'll have taught you how to do it. Like what we call probing questions and leading questions. Probing questions want to discover. Leading questions want to direct. Probing questions wants to discover. Probing questions wants to discover. Leading questions, you want to lead the person, direct the person to a particular path. So you need the people on that line. Now, let's begin to wrap it up. I want to give you a few toolkits, a few things in your tool. But before I do that, I'd like you to please take your time and reflect on what we have learned today. Reflect on everything that we have learned today. Just reflect reflect on it today. I'm just going to so you can see what we have done. Reflect. We'll talk about the change agent. Just going to go back quickly to the front. I've defined who a change agent is. I've identified 16 qualities of a change agent. We have made you take an assessment. Look at your result again and look at where it places you. Look at that result again and look at where it places you. I've helped you to identify the 4 priorities of a change agent. How does this help you position yourself to become a change agent indeed? And then we've helped you to identify 7 targets of influence. If I'm going to influence someone, which area should I be focusing on? What should I be paying attention to? You have also identified learning and development areas that you need if you must become a change agent. Communication, we hear a lot of that. Emotional intelligence, we get a lot of that. Very few trainers offer contextual intelligence training. Organizational skills, time management, adaptability and flexibility training, problem solving and decision making training, and then analytical and creative skills. You need to develop them. Maybe you look at this and ask yourself, which ones do I need to do almost immediately this quarter? This is April, we're in the Q2 already. If you don't have a professional development learning map, maybe I've just given you something you need to pay attention to, maybe a learning area that you need to consider. Now, let's look at the toolkits. What's in the toolkit? The first toolkit here is a life decision grid. Please confirm you can see my screen. I want to speak a little bit about this one. Please confirm that you have not left me alone on this call. Okay, thank you, Gwenga. Now you can download this grid on the link you see down there. It is good for every individual. What we have done here is look at the column on the left. You find what we call strategic decision areas. If you're this caller, you read one. This grid helps you to this grid physical. Now, I'm getting feedback that my network is breaking. Is that true for everybody? Is that your experience? Or am I clear enough?
It's breaking.
Yes, we lost you at some point.
Thank God you have found me now. But back and better now. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I'll just go back to the toolkit. I think that's where it all started. So I'm going to give you some things in the change agents toolkit. The first is your life decision grid. On this grid, we have decision areas on your left, 7 areas, and you have 4 decision points. And then you have what we call capabilities for success. So across each decision area, you have to answer 4 questions. And the 4 questions are, what do I need to begin to do in this area? Number 2, what do I need to improve to get better outcomes? 3, what do I need to discontinue? 4, what do I need to adopt from those who are succeeding? Okay? You will answer those 4 questions across those 7 areas. I'm going to tell you what is to do for you. When you're done, you have what we call the capabilities for success column there. We have identified 5 elements of your capabilities. So, number 1, in order to achieve all these things that you have written in columns 1, 2, 3, 4, what credential will you need to fulfill them? What attributes or what personality should you possess to fulfill them? What skills would you need? What knowledge would you need? What experience would you need? Do that across the 7 areas. And let us know when you're done. Let us know when you're done. Download it. Let us know when you're done, and then we would help you produce another document that might be useful for you. I know that my colleague is sharing a link on the chat. It will be important that we get your detail. It helps us to be able to give you further support after this call. For business leaders, there is a second toolkit. We call it the Strategic Business Decision Grid Framework for business leaders. It's the same thing, just that the business decision areas change, as you can see on the screen. The business decision areas are determined by the organization, meaning what exactly is the organization going to be focusing on this year or this quarter? Identify them. And then ask yourself these 4 questions across each decision area. Then identify the capabilities you will need to realize all those things you've identified. That's the second toolkit. That's the second item in your toolkit. The third item, permission from Sunlink Energies. I think Nena is here on this call. Dabson is asking, how many weeks assignment is this? So this will really be a thought-provoking, but I can say quickly that this will help in addressing. Yes, exactly. You're correct. Again, we can support you with it, and I'm going to speak to that, how long it will take and what you need as a support for that. But if you don't need us, why not? You can do it all by yourself. The toolkit is there, you can download it. I thought I saw Nena earlier on. Nena, good evening. I'm using your.
I'm here, Doc. Sorry,
yes,
I came in a bit late, so I've been home.
I saw when you came in. Thank you for joining. I'm using your company's report as a sample for everyone here.
Sunlink, it's fine.
Sunlink Energies is an oil prospecting company in Nigeria. And Nena Ugu is the HRBP. And I think her colleagues are also here. A couple of our colleagues are here from Sunlink Energies. Okay, so what we have done here is the item number 3 in your toolkit is what we call the Professional Relationship Compatibility Report. Sometimes a number of us don't know why we don't get along with other people. You really don't know why you don't get along with people. You don't know why. We have found it out. I've been able to help people resolve this dilemma. And we take it from a behavioral standpoint, nothing more. We administer to you a personality assessment test. You and your team member, or you and your team members, we make you take a personality assessment test. Once you're done taking the tests, you send in your results to us, and then we will run what we call the professional relationship compatibility analysis on all of you on the team. We will give you a description of your professional relationship type. And ultimately, if you want a full report like this one, we'll produce a report for you. But why is this important? Many a time, you don't know why you are not able to get your subordinates to move in the energy that you have. Sometimes it's because you're not compatible. And again, it's not even about incompatibility. It's about you don't know what to do with your incompatibilities. You don't know what to do with your professional relationships. Sometimes you don't get along with people at all, and you're wondering how exactly can I get along with them without having to change them. This toolkit, this item number 3 in the toolkit will help you. If you will get your team, I did not put the personality assessment test there. If you would take a personality assessment test, in the link I've just dropped in the chat, you all as a company can send us your results. For those of you who are here as a company, take the tests according to based on your organization, send us a personality assessment results, and we will produce a professional relationship compatibility analysis and report for you. It is 41q.com. For everyone on this call, by your organization, get everybody on this call who is from your organization, take the assessment, the personality assessment, send us your results, and then we'll take it on from there. If you need more questions on that, please feel free to reach out after now. Toolkit number 4, and this one is your voice. We are really looking forward to changing your experience as employers. A number of you here on this call, you're trying to employ graduates and you're finding it very difficult. Dapsin, I'm going to really need your support here. I'm really going to need your support here because we're looking forward to having people who are in employment and those who are possibly hiring managers take this survey. We as an organization, we have been running this survey for the past, this is our 4th round. These are round 4. Round 4 of the surveys, we always ask the question, what makes the graduate ready for the workplace? What makes the graduate ready for the workplace? We ask the graduates and we ask the employers or the hiring managers. We'll implore you to please take this, let your voice be heard. We're willing to share the result with you so that we all can be contributors to the change that we want to see in our academic system and our workforce. There is a next survey that will be coming out sometime next year or later this year. It's called the Workforce Readiness Survey. This one here is called the Workplace Readiness Survey. It's for those just coming to join the organization. Workforce readiness is for organizations that are about to scale, organizations that are about to go into diversification, do something more than they're currently doing. We're asking how ready is your workforce for that future? So there's a workplace readiness survey, which is for those just coming to the organization. How are the employers? How are the institutions helping to prepare them and how they're preparing themselves. And then there's workforce readiness. How are your people getting ready for the future? The link has been dropped in the chat. We'll be glad to have you join us share this. As we close tonight, and as I try to get ready to take questions, please, by all means, you will find good material, useful resources on the links on the screen. You'll find very useful material on the links on the screen. By all means, please use them. Now, this one is a very critical one, and I'm recommending it to you. It is a philosophical guide. Every year I produce what I call my philosophical guide. I've been doing this for the past 5 years, 2020, 2021, and 2021 to 2025. You can download here. You'll see what I call my philosophical guide for 2025. One of my philosophies for this year is to publish. And already this year, I published 5 articles on LinkedIn. Already this year, 5 articles on LinkedIn. I have 13 in my draft already for the year. For this quarter. For this quarter, April to June, I have about 12 to publish. My goal is to publish about 100 articles this year on LinkedIn. I'm drawing that strength from the philosophy I have for the year 2025. And so you may want to share, download and catch some inspiration from it. We are giving tonight. Now, Dapson, you asked a question earlier. You said, how long will it take to produce or to complete that life decision grid? It's going to take a while. But if you look on the screen, you'll find what I call my significant circles of professional engagement. What I have done in my lifetime is I have documented everything I want to do for a lifetime. Everything I want to do is documented here on the screen on this URL. So you can just, copy this URL and download the material. You find some inspiration. I only want to focus on 5 things in my life. I want to be a value-adding personality. I want to continue to run my organizational management practice, Nathan Gates. I have a higher education advisory services called Sapiens Brow. They are the ones responsible for all our career services, how we influence organizations. We also have a company called the Workplace Survey. They are the ones responsible for the surveys that we just deployed. That's what refers to data research and insight part of my life. And then there's what we call Volunteer Africa. Volunteer Africa is a non-governmental organization. What we do there is to connect courses and resources. They connect people and resources together to ensure that Africa becomes a better place. So those are the 5 things I want to do, 5 areas I want to explore in my lifetime. And I've tried to document them because write down the vision, make it plain that he may run that reads it. So I'm hoping that it can be a good resource for somebody here to find a path to change. I'm done. I think we're done for tonight. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. We hope we're to you. Perhaps you're asking what else are we doing? This time next week, Sunday, we're going to be having a conversation. One of our speakers is on the call tonight. Nena is on the call. Nena, I'm sure you're seeing this flyer for the very first time. I'm sure you're seeing it for the very first time. Don't you look so beautiful there? Yes, you do. We're having Workplace Conversation 2.0. We had one, I think it was last month. It was on, we talked about how to handle difficult people. We identified 6 difficult people in the workplace and how to handle them. It was a very interesting and rich conversation. This coming Sunday, I think 27 is Sunday. This time next week, Sunday, we're going to be having all these erudite people join us. Workplace Conversations 2.0. And very certainly, when we come to 3.0, some of you on this call will be on our panel. We're going to be inviting you to join our panel. And so you can start to register to join us. The link for the registration is just dropped now on the call. It's free. We don't charge people for some of our events. We don't charge at all. We make money from doing something else. We don't make money from this kind of meetings. We just want to be able to equip people and tell them that as long as we continue to collaborate, we will always have value to share with them. So So I'm inviting you next week, Sunday. The theme is going to be managing power and interest blocks in the workplace. We're going to be using what we call the power interest matrix to identify what we call stakeholder management. We're going to be discussing stakeholder management. We're going to be looking at power and interest matrix really for it. What else? We're having a public speaking masterclass in May. It's a 50,000 event. In case you're interested, please reach out to us. We are hoping that it can be a physical event where you practice your speeches and you will practice how to make a speech, how to write it, how to deliver it. We're going to teach you on what we call platform behavior. What's that platform behavior? How to deliver speeches, how to write the speeches, body language, how to use props, and how to really walk and speak extempo. This one is great. I'm excited about this one. And I'm hoping everybody on this call will please join me. It's going to be this first time we're going to have this physically. The first time we had it was in 2020. It was virtual. It was during COVID. But we're going to be talking about becoming a consultant to kings. Really, the bottom line here is, how do you influence influential people? How do you solve problems for influential people? Becoming a consultant to kings is just centered around how to solve problems for influential people. That's what our focus is on. September 2025. Again, I'm sure some of you on this call will be some of our speakers at that event. I think that is about all. I'm done here. My job is done. And I really hope I did not waste your time, your Sunday evening. I'm ready to take questions from you now. If you will, ask me. Okay, there are a lot of links that we have shared in the chat. Please just click on them. You can always interact with them afterward. Just click on them so they can open on your browser. You can interact with them afterward. But it's time for you to make your comments. Dabson, please go ahead. Always a delight to hear you.
All right, can you hear me, please?
Very clearly, sir.
All right, so thank you so much, Doc, for this very beautiful evening. Thank you for a lot of expose on what needs to be done. I think what you have just done is to open up just the package and then asking us to now go inside to get what the gifts are. And I think you have done a great job whetting our appetites and making us see, some very important things or stuff that we need to be very mindful about. I was particularly intrigued by the concept of contextual intelligence. That's something I thought I've been playing around with, but I didn't really understand that it actually has some very important philosophies and principles behind it. That would be a very big interest for me as it is, because our own type of work requires us to apply this a whole lot. One of my colleagues is on the call here, and during the week, we had a whole lot of conversation around this. We didn't know what it is called, but it was very important for us to give that information out to some of our colleagues that, hey, you need to play the game in line with who the client is. And we're very affirmative about this, even though we don't know what it is called. So I think this is one area I want to explore. Sure, I will get back to you on this because it's such a defining context for us as a business. We've had some very big challenges because of this within the system. So I think we really need to really go into this in depth and really understand, what this is all about to aid our performance and ensure that we can actually be the change agents that we desire to be. So thank you so very much for this. Like I said, I'll reach you back on the note very shortly and we can continue that conversation. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Are there questions for me? Do you want me to clarify anything that we've shared today? Please don't be under pressure to do anything with us. You are already doing something with us, so we appreciate you. That's why you're here. But by all means, we want you to be better people for your organizations and for yourself ultimately. Okay, looks like people have gone to bed though. Okay, maybe I should just release everybody. Okay, friends, again, the links are in the chat. If you can just interact with the links again in the chat. Thank you so much, Benga, for your comments. Thank you so much. Thank you, Femi, for your comments. We always try to add value to those who are related with us professionally. Those we have relationships with, we always want to add value to them. And that's why we do this. Thank you. Thank you very much. I immediately say you missed a lot. So I saw when you came in. So you should look for the link to this meeting. All right, we're going to share the link, the meeting link. I mean, the video. So if you want to check this out again, we also will share how you can download the slides if you want it after this meeting. Just ensure you complete the, please ensure you complete the attendance as the case is, because we want to be able to share with you the resources you need. So we're going to share the slides with you. We're also going to be able to share the video with you should you want to go and rethink, relearn other things. Thank you, Bukola, and thank you for joining all the way from STI Assets Management. Thank you. All right, Dolapo, am I missing anything before I let our people go? Thank God there's no work tomorrow. We're hoping to see you next week, Sunday, when we have Workplace Conversations 2.0. Nena, let the whole of Sunlink be on that call. Because you're going to be
that is set up.
Okay, so let your entire clan. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Ensure you complete the form. We'll still leave the
Thank you very, very much.
link there for you. Thank you. Have a very good night.